Hello, peoples. Good morning. Today is my birthday. I am so excited to be here with you guys because what better way to spend your birthday than trying to save the world? It floats my boat. I don't know. It gets me excited. What better time to be a hero than right now when the world's all fucked up? I think it's exciting. There's no better time than now. So, you guys checked out December 31st, that video about the guy wanting to jump into the volcano. A little harsh. I know, I realize, and I'm sorry I had to break it down like that, but that points out the problem. Now comes the solution. The solution. I'm going to start sharing with you guys part of the 3 steps. We're starting backwards. Step 3, public airlines. Step 2, the arrow, a new currency. The arrow is a new currency. So step 3 is public airlines, just like taking a public bus. And step 2 is the arrow, the currency that'll get you on that jet, on that airline. So I like to ask people this question. What do you prefer? 10 tickets to go around the world in, or a gold chain? Most people will say the 10 tickets. Most everyone. Never know. There's another, same line, among the same lines, same question. What do you prefer? 10 tickets, a gold chain or an iPhone? And most people will say the iPhone, which brings me to the point I'm trying to make. That now we have precious tools. We no longer need precious metals to base our currency on. We now have precious tools. So instead, the currency we have is no longer based on metals or anything. It's just printed out of thin air. It just has a psychological value. That's all it has. We think it's worth something, and it's like the biggest lie in the world. I think this story will go down in history like, what the fuck was going on? I don't know. Anyways, if we base our currency off of something precious, like the airliners, these jets, we would have the foundation to build the perfect world on. So, getting back to public airlines, let's think about the benefits of public airlines. More jobs. Jet set life. You can go anywhere around the world for cheap and it will have a set rate. Not like the airlines we have now, where you never know what you're going to pay for a trip. Let's say we based it at 25 arrows per flight hour. You need to go to Canada. It's a 2-hour flight. It's going to cost you 50 arrows. And that will be a set rate forever. And that'll make our money inflation proof, worth keeping and saving. Unlike the dollar has lost a lot of its buying power. For example, in the year 2000, you could buy a whole basket, a whole cart of groceries for $40. Now the same basket of groceries costs you $200, and it's only going to get worse. Think about it. So public airlines represents the arrow, or vice versa. And the arrow, the good thing about this is that you'd have interest-free loans, tax-free money, and it would be for the people, by the people, which means we would get all the benefits we wanted. Better retirement, better disability. I'd say basic allowance for housing. For example, everyone would get 500 arrows a month just to pay for their house. Basic allowance for supplements. People would get 200 arrows a month just for their food. And there is no putting an ism to this. This isn't capitalism. This isn't communism. This isn't socialism. It's just badassism, because we are the most advanced species on this earth, that we deserve to have the basic needs covered. And that includes health, insurance, all these things. So imagine having interest-free loans for education, for housing, for car loans, for businesses. Right now, to pay off a house is going to take you 30 years, and most of that is going to be paid in interest. All these are like royalties to the king, the invisible king, the daddy we were talking about. Taxes, I mean, we pay like 50% of our income in taxes. Interest, if you add interest to that, we're paying interest on money that's pretty much worth nothing, and it's just used to hold us down. So a currency in our own pocket, having our own currency, would be a huge stride for humanity. So think about it, people. Public airlines and a new currency. The benefits are amazing. And that's what it's going to take to build a perfect world. So those are steps 2 and 3. The next episode, I will go over step 1. Step 1 is deep. It's a new idea that takes a lot of explaining, and the rest of this series is going to be based on step 1, because step 2 and 3 is pretty much the same step. Once we have a new currency, we just take that currency and buy jets, or start building jets, buy the ones that are already in existence. And that's pretty much just one step. Step 1 is the one that we need all the teamwork for, all the unity and cooperation. So in reality, it's only 2 steps for a perfect world. Think about it, people. If someone came up to you and asked you, hey, there's 2 steps for you to have the perfect life, for you and all your kids to have the perfect life, would you take it? That's what I'm asking you. I personally would. I would say I don't care what they are. Tell me what they are, and we will work on it together. Because I am eager, I am anxious to make this a perfect world and leave my kids with a perfect world. I'd rather leave my kids with a perfect world than an investment property as an inheritance. That's what I'm planning on giving them. But it's in our hands. There's no writing to politicians. There's no rioting. There's no protest. It's in your hands. These ideas are in your hands, in your face. What do you want to do? What are we going to do? What's it going to be? So think about it, people. The euro as a currency, and public airlines to represent that currency. Let's do it, people. Thank you.